just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I am dreaming of a white Christmas with every Christmas card I write. May your days
Yeah.
be merry and bright.
Oh wait, I have no water.
And may all your Christmases be white.
Yes, happy holidays, bangers. Bangers with an ER. Oh man, the subtitle is very interesting.
Be merry and bright, and may
Oh, Raz is submitted.
your Christmases be white.
Alrighty, I guess. Hang on, let me reset. Wait. Also update my sheets here. So we have how many people that's not yet submitted? I think I have 2 people left. 2 individuals left who has not yet submitted our Secret Santa nonsense. Am I gonna get copyrighted for this? Guess we'll find out. Anyways, today's plan is to render, I do believe. Okay, at least pin this, I suppose. I'm definitely expecting less people to be here today. But nothing changes on our end here. Ooh. References has been started up, that's fine. It's just fine. Oh, Miyazaki has sent in. Okay. Very cool. So it's just DTB left. That's fine. Of course. Okay. Okay, so because it's rendering time, anyways, actually my first impressions after coming back to this, it is very concentrated in the middle. Hello, Deemer. Which is nice, which is kind of what I wanted in the beginning. So I guess I would just full commit into this. I'm not 100% sure. Something feels a little bit weird. Not necessarily weird, but something feels like it could be better, but I'm not sure what. Not sure what, yeah, but the main problem here is I don't know what I want to do with the background here. We could just leave it as is, honestly. I would like to be able to paint is the thing, but I don't know where I can bring this if I were to just start painting here. I would need to have a really good grasp of the direction. If not, I'm just going to be putting down the same shapes anyways. The main thing that I can do is that I think I can do is to just go over this and actually do a more of a paint over than anything else, where you kind of just clarify some of the details and some of the shapes, and in that process make it look a little bit more painted, even though it's still going to be primarily based off of the photo, like have the original photo in there. I'm looking through Pinterest here for some ideas. Hello, Ryosei. I don't have any good references. Oh, okay. Did I move anything in here? I think I did move that one into. Akia 1996. Hello, Deve. The edit thing is way too cringe and stupid. Oh, everyone's talking about leaving X. Oh, is there something happening to X today? Everyone's talking about leaving X today, so what is this, like Christmas for Elon Musk? Just delete everything? Yes, thank you, Deve. What does it say? He'll say, are you married? We'll say no, man. But you can do the job when you're in town. Alright, I shouldn't scroll my timeline here. It's gonna get a little bit sus. But even Dino was talking about that. I hope it's not too loud actually. I don't know what the volume's like. Okay, it looks fine. Instant AI editing of pictures. Oh. That is interesting. Okay, that explains why everyone's nuking everything. I don't know if I should bother. I don't have anything for people to steal at this point. Somehow. Let me do the dailies real quick. Yeah, it's gonna get to the point where we do dailies and it's just gonna be nothing on the guy's page at this point. Where is Duvet's daily thingy?
Have yourself a merry little Christmas.
A little bit sus, but I think it's fine.
From now on, our troubles will be out of sight.
Oh my god, it's literally called seafood. Oh shit. Seafood, but no like fish, no like orcas, no sharks.
From now on,
Good stuff though, Duvet. Good stuff.
Happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us once more.
Kind of afraid of scrolling down, but it looks simple, effective.
If the fates allow, hang a shining
Reminds me of like Mogun, I guess.
upon the highest
Modade.
bough, and have yourself a merry little Christmas now.
Anyways, thank you, Duvet. I think I probably need some references for today. I was wondering if I could have used that, but I'm not really sure what kind of rendering I'm kind of going for here. I think I'll just try and render it myself first and see where it goes. Oh yeah, I was looking for. I was looking for an idea for the background, like how the level of rendering for the backgrounds. I believe this individual here is 3D and then paint over. I'm not 100% sure. Some of the things just look really tight, but it could also be painted directly. I'm looking at the rendering, I'm trying to see if I want it. Primarily, I see a lot of noise, which is kind of like some textures I do want. But the balance of it might be too much. And then yeah, if you paint, it's kind of around this kind of this level here, right? Like all these here are photos, I think. It's got that sort of photo wave vibe, that blurring.
But although we enjoy our own Christmas, don't forget all the kids over there.
I'm a little bit split between if I want to I mean, I would definitely try. I would definitely try to do some paint over on top of the photo just to see what kind of effect I can get. But the thing is always like if you're either storytelling or you're trying to push the skill limit. Oh, hello, Rez. Yeah, I saw it. Thank you. I think everyone submitted except for one individual, but they have messaged me beforehand that they were. Oh wait. No, it's just wait, what?
Though I may not have very much to give, I can offer this simple grace.
Yeah, everyone seem to be pushing their limits for the event, which is nice to see. But then we'll go through that on Friday, I suppose.
When old Santa comes this Christmas,
Reach somebody like 3. Oh, interesting. Never quite considered the compression issues. Yeah, Res, I saw this. I had a vision for this. Do you mean the reference or do you mean the snow? The reference is kind of crazy. Oh, my background is photos. I'm just cheating. I'm trying to talk myself out of having to do anything about it. I'm just gonna leave it. But thank you, Rez. Yeah, if I turn off the nonsense, it looks like this. There's 3 separate photos. Well, there's only 2 photos, but I used one twice. The composition is not quite set yet, because I don't actually know where I want to bring it. I have different frames here, so this is the longest one. And then slightly smaller one. And then an even smaller one. And then we have this one. I'm gonna draw this separately though. So there's gonna be basically 2 pieces that come out of this. One is gonna be more rendered when this zoomed in level. And the other one is gonna be this outside one. Yeah. So now the main issue is I don't know how I want to handle the background. It looks kind of okay as it is, right? But ideally I don't want to have to rely on photos. I want to be able to paint. But based on previous experience, I also know for a fact that if I start painting this, I wouldn't really get anywhere too far. Drop layer file when you're done? Yeah, if you want. There's not much to look at in this one, I think, because what's gonna, like, currently the setup is just 1 block of color, 1 layer, as it always is. But once I start painting, I think, yeah, I guess each one of those layers will get their own painting layer, I guess. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. We'll see how many layers we end up here. So now what should I do here? That's my pen. I don't know what to do. So initially, when I had the idea for this, I was in office, right? And I tried to hold on to that feeling until we got home. That was 2 days ago. We did the line art setup 2 days ago. And then yesterday we did the color setup. And today I have no idea what I was feeling already. I have fully disconnected from the inspiration. But the good thing is that everything that needs to be here is already here. I think primarily it's just the comp and the colors, which we do have. So the only thing left is to really bring it to completion, the rendering part, which we don't really have. So I guess today is just more of just trying stuff out, I guess. The good thing now is that there is barely any overlays or anything like that. Mostly just on the characters. Like this region here. And because the character, the first front layer painting is going to be done separately later, I don't have to think about it right now. The background is just block of color, then this guy, then the photo on top. What that means is that if I want to just paint over and the colors are all set. Yes, thank you, Rest. I think that was what I was going for. That was what I think I felt in the office. It took a while to get here though. Yes, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Hello, George. It took a while for me to get here. Because in my inspiration, like when you're inspired, you don't exactly see a still image, you see like a moving image. And it took a while to sort of filter that down to be exactly, hey, this is what I want. Oh, you know, to realize that that is what you want. And that's an interesting experience. Actually, so far it has been very interesting because this is one of the few times, if not the only time in recent memory at least, where I actually drew from inspiration rather than just trying to do something that is more structured and being like, hey, this is a study, or hey, this is from this guy's photo. You know, this one is more of an idea and an execution after that. So as a result, we did learn a lot of interesting things, especially in the conversion process. And also the struggles of trying to get the colors where it needs to be. But it's always nice to go through that struggle, and then because after that it's like, hey, I guess I know what's happening now. So today I just need to figure out, at least, I don't think we can finish rendering today, that's for sure. But at least I want to figure out what it means to do a paint over, I think. What exactly am I trying to achieve here? Because I don't really know right now. It doesn't look half bad as it is. And the moment, you know how it is, right? The moment you start putting details that are slightly different from what you really have, it's a contrast, it draws attention to that point. And then if you don't really balance it out across everything, it's gonna look weird. So to touch this without any idea of where I'm going is basically guaranteed to waste a bunch of time, because I probably will go back and forth quite a bit. But you know, that's kind of what we have to do, I suppose. Yeah. There's also a lot of liberties taken with perspective. Some of the things are definitely not tight. And yeah. What do I want to do here, right? Like if I want to make it look more visual, do I want to make it look more visually interesting? I guess I should, because right now it's just like 2 squares. But what does that mean exactly though? So let's say, for example, instead of having a square, a straight line here, shit, I need to grab the color. This is the same color, right? Okay, yeah, that's great. I love the fact that we got here without needing a bunch of color adjustments. Apparently it's only on the character, that one set of glow over there. I'm trying to cheat, by the way. I'm thinking rather than having like these straight lines here, maybe I can cut in some shapes like that. Right? Now it looks like there's a silhouette going on of a staircase or something. It's at least more visually interesting than what we currently have. We probably won't be able to bring this up too high of a level. But if we can just make a little bit of a push each time, I think that would be good enough. Am I following the... I am, right? Yes, Merry Christmas. Hello, Maxi. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Happy, happy, happy. Okay, I'm gonna go look for some, I think the only thing that comes to mind that I can do silhouettes like this is like stairwells or something. Oh, and maybe like some of those modern buildings that has like... Okay. Let me just bring more references in here. I want to see building silhouettes. I think that's what I want. Yeah, stuff like this. So let's grab this. And the other guy's mostly flat. This is fun too. Is this interesting at all? This looks kind of boring. Things for you and for me. It's that time of year when the world falls in love. Every song you hear. これだけでなんとかするかな。Yeah, I want to make it more interesting, right? But like, the whole point of the background is to not be interesting at the same time. So it's like, how far can I go with this before it starts breaking? Because before it starts becoming a little bit too distracting, I think. Don't know where that limit is. But I guess there's only one way to find out. Oh, hello, Zivilius? 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 Welcome. Happy holidays. Happy, happy, happy. It's gonna get me stuck in my head for a while. I don't... Oh, what? There's nothing interesting on the roof. Maybe I can add like a water tower or something? Just one. Wishes you and yours, everyone. Merry There's no perspective here. I don't know if I want to put it in. It's like a floodgate. If one of them has it, all of a sudden it feels like everything should have it. Um,
I'll be home for Christmas. You can plan on
doesn't look very natural, does it? I don't really want holes like that. I want just silhouettes.
Please have snow and mistletoe.
And that's kind of it, I suppose. It is already interesting enough, I think. With the photos there. Let's see what this is.
On the tree.
Whoa. Right, because the one in the back is a bit of a pain in the ass.
Christmas Eve will find me where the love light gleams.
Is this empty? No, it's not. Oh.
I'll be home for Christmas. If only in my dreams.
Oh, drawing.
Christmas Eve will find me where the love light gleams.
Size.
I'll be home for Christmas. If only in my dreams.
No gifts this year, George? Forever alone. Why does it look tilted? Is it because the photo's tilted? I turned off my vanishing points, so it's not me. Guess the photo must just be tilted then.
Maybe it's much too early in the game. Oh, but I thought I'd ask you just the same. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
New Year's. New Year's Eve. Wonder whose arms will hold you good and tight when it's exactly 12 o'clock that night, welcoming in the new year. New Year's Eve. Maybe I'm crazy to suppose I'd ever be the one you chose out of 1,000 invitations.
Yeah, even VR chat was having issues today. The login servers were down.
But in case
It was down like 2 hours ago. I don't know. It might still be down now. And kind of sad. People can't even find companionship in game because you can't even log in. Indeed, it used to crash every Friday because everyone would play on Fridays. That was what I remember from a few years ago. Very, very interesting. Oh, right, I should lock this. No plans on Christmas. Maybe the plan is to draw some loot arts. I think I'm mostly just gonna work with the photo, by the way. I'm just gonna try and make it a little bit more visually interesting. Apparently there's only 3 layers here of building silhouettes. I'm gonna try to turn the middle one into like 2. At least. Maybe turn the back one into 2 as well, so that there's a little bit more layering going on. Right now I feel it's a little bit like lost there. Yeah, I can bring this to the front, right? But not front enough to be like here. Actually. Wow, okay, such a difference. Because the colors are kind of affected by the photos. I can't exactly grab this guy. Make it a little bit lower. Wow, only 2% though. Only 2%. Crazy effect. Oh, I'm not getting copy strike for the music, by the way. Did I screw up again? Come on, man. Why is that part so bright there? No, I didn't screw it up. Oh, I can finally play Gura's Christmas music. I remember.
Are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening. A beautiful sight. We're happy tonight, walking in a winter wonderland. Gone away is the bluebird. Here to stay is the new bird. He sings a love song as we go along, walking in a winter wonderland. In the meadow we can build a snowman.
No, I do want it to be brown. And the back, I think it's as is just fine, actually.
He'll say, are you married? We'll say, no, man. But you can do the job when you're in town. Later on, we'll conspire.
Let me get Gura's Christmas music.
By the fire.
Also, there's a lot of you guys here. A lot more than I expected. It is Christmas Day for you guys, right? Although it's not any better because it's Christmas Eve here.
A merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, our troubles will be
싸웠자 있겠네. 싫어와.
Faithful friends
미안해.
who are dear to
Let's
us,
go darker.
gather near to us once more. Through the years, we all will be together if the fates allow. Hang a shining star upon the highest bough, and have
Thereabouts, isn't it?
yourself a merry little Christmas now. Here we are as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us once more. Through the years, we all will be together if the fates allow. Hang a shining star upon the highest bough, and have yourself a merry little Christmas now.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Merry Christmas. Merry Chrysler. Merry Equipment.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Jack Frost nipping at your nose.
How am I supposed to deal with the characters?
Outside carols.
If I have lines, it's gonna be very complicated. I think we might just have to paint shapes in.
Folks dressed up like
Because I'm thinking
Eskimos. Everybody knows.
yeah, if I paint stuff, I zoom it up, it's gonna get blurry. But if I draw lines and I squish it down, it's gonna be a little bit weird too.
Tiny tots
Hmm.
with their eyes on
So what, I have to just paint shapes, I guess?
finding hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa's on his way. He's loading lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh. And every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas
Merry Christmas.
to you. Ooh, ooh.
Gotta be careful not to make this bit too bright by accident.
Baby, it's cold outside. I've got to go away. Baby, it's cold outside. This evening has been so very nice.
Wait, should I remove the lines then?
They're just
Hang on a
my
second.
mama will start to worry. And Yago will be pacing the floor. Listen to the fire. please. Well, maybe just a little chalky milk more. Put some records on while I pull. The neighbors might think maybe it's bad out there. Say, what'd you put in this drink? Head out there. I wish I knew how. Your eyes are like starlight this bad. I'll take your hat, your hair looks so I ought to say no, no, no. At least I'm gonna say that I tried. The sense of hurt in my I really can't stay. Baby, don't hold out. Baby, it's cold outside. I simply must but baby, it's cold outside. The answer is but baby, it's cold outside. This welcome has been so nice and warm. Look out the window at my sister will be suspicious. Gosh, your thighs look my brother will be there at the door. Wait, on a drop. My maiden's aunt's mind is vicious. Your thighs are delicious. But maybe just a cigarette more. Never such a I gotta get home. Baby, you'll freeze out there. Give me that coat. To your knees out there. You've really been grand. I'm thrilled when you touch my hand. How can you do this thing? There's bound to be talk tomorrow. And I like at least there will be plenty implied. If you've got pneumonia and I can't stay. Get over that hold out. Baby, it's cold outside. Oh, baby, it's cold outside. Santa baby, just slip a sable under the tree for me. Been an awful good girl, Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight. Santa baby, a 54 convertible Jew, light blue. I'll wait up for you, dear Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight. Think of all the fun I miss. Think of all the fellas that I haven't kissed. Next year I could be just as good if you
Wait.
check up my Christmas list.
What's the rest on this right now?
Santa buddy, I want a yacht, and really that's not a
4K.
lot. Been an angel all year, Santa baby, so hurry down my chimney tonight. Santa honey, one little
It only makes sense to paint here if I am going with this as final comp.
to a platinum mine. Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight.
I don't have any information to make the decision on, because I don't know what
Santa cutie,
would or would not be good.
my stocking with
So I guess I might as well go with it.
and checks. I don't know what that is. Santa baby, and hurry down my chimney tonight. Come and trim my Christmas tree with some decorations bought at Tiffany's. I really do believe in you. Let's see if you believe in me. Like doobie-doo, Santa baby. Forgot to mention one little thing. a ring. I don't mean on the phone. Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight. Hurry down the chimney tonight. Hurry tonight. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Everywhere you go, take a look in the 5 and 10, glistening once again, with candy canes and silver lanes that glow. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Toys in every store, but the prettiest sight to see is the holly that will be on your own front door. A pair of hop-along boots and a pistol that shoots is the wish of Barney and Ben. Dolls that'll talk and will go for a walk is the hope of Janice and Jen. And Mom and Dad can hardly wait for school to start again. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Everywhere you go, there's a tree in the Grand Hotel, one in the park as well. It's the sturdy kind that doesn't mind the snow. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Soon the bells will start, and the thing that'll make them ring is the carol that you sing right within your heart. Dun, 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 dun. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
How do I deal with this right now?
Toys in
Yeah.
every store, but the prettiest sight to see is the chumbies that will be on my own front door. Sure, it's Christmas once more. Jeremiah was a bullfrog, was a good friend of mine. I never understood a single word he'd say, but I helped him a drink in his wine. And he always had some mighty fine wine, singing joy to the world. All the boys and girls, joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea, joy to you and me. If I were the king of the world, I'd tell you what I'd do. I'd throw away the cars and the bars and the war and make sweet love to you. Sing it! Joy to the world.
What a nanny.
All the boys
Ah.
and girls,
I'll keep the pen after this. I don't think I want it.
joy to you and me. Does everybody know this song? I love this song. Joy to you and me. You know I love the ladies. Love to have my fun. I'm a high life flyer and a rainbow
Wait, what? Oh, I think I cut it off already. This is fun. Do I need the lines even?
Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Prospero año y felicidad. Feliz Navidad.
I think I just paint here, but let's see.
Feliz Navidad. Prospero año y felicidad.
How do I paint this
I
though?
wanna wish you a Merry Christmas.
Just on top?
I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas.
Oof.
I wanna
think?
wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Your turn, sing it. Ah, Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Prospero año y felicidad. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Prospero año y felicidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Prospero año y felicidad. Yahoo! I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. Feliz Navidad. Another!
I separate out the
Feliz Navidad.
characters from the bench and push.
Feliz Navidad. Prospero año y felicidad. Sleigh bells ring. Are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening. A beautiful sight. We're happy tonight, walking in a winter wonderland. Gone away is the bluebird. Here to stay is the new bird. He sings a love song as we go along, walking in a winter wonderland. In the meadow we can build a snowman and pretend that he's Parson Brown. He'll say, are you ready? We'll say, no, man. But you can do the job when you're in town. Later on, we'll conspire as we dream by the fire to face unafraid plans that we made, walking in a winter wonderland.
Yeah, I don't know what to should I line it or no? Hello show, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays.
Sleigh bells ring, are you listening?
So if I line this, It's gonna take more time, and it might not be necessary, might not look good. I kind of want to paint it, but then there needs to be a bare minimum number of layers here. Probably the background, the bench, and then the characters all need to be separated. So the characters on the same layer. The annoying thing is always if you just paint, the paint kind of goes over certain parts, right? And the shapes of certain parts, like say the hair and the face, can constantly get changed. And that gets kind of annoying because it changes the vibe of it and it messes me up. So I cannot have those shapes change. So either I can draw lines and the lines themselves are gonna hold it in place. So even if I paint and the colors go over, we still have the lines here. Or every single part needs to also have their own layer, which is a lot of layers. Then it's kind of just like the usual thing again. I mean, I guess we already have the layers though.
With every Christmas card I write, may your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the tree tops glisten and children listen to hear.
Oh, I know why I wanted to overlay the line, so I can swap out the high res one for this.
In the snow.
Right.
The snow. I'm dreaming of
Hello, George.
Christmas with every Christmas card I write.
Christmas.
May your days be merry and
What? Isn't that what the existing chat is for?
and may all my chumbies' Christmases be white. Oh, holy night, the stars are bright.
Sorry, Josh, I'm not following. Do you need me to do something? Is that...
It is the night of our dear
okay. So it's the event thing, right? It's the event thing.
birth.
I don't see the thing underneath.
Long lay the world in sin and error pining till
Yes.
he appeared
Sounds good, man.
and the soul
Who wants to be the... Who's hosting, I guess?
a thrill of hope.
It goes up by 1 pixel, bro.
Weary world, choices for yonder breaks.
This looks like a perfect match, so I can turn this off now.
Glorious morn, fall on your
How do I say this? Like, the interest thing is primarily just so that we don't clutter up the events, right? So like,
the angel fall
but like I feel like in the...
on
Sorry, I'm getting DDoS by the music all of a sudden.
divine.
I feel like for stuff like what you're talking about here, like kind of a once a week kind of study thing, I think that's fine. I think we can already approve it because like how do I say this? What I don't want is 3 people trying to do the same thing. So if you're the first one to come out of this weekly study, that's fine. That's what Walnut was doing. I think you can just take over Walnut, whatever Walnut was doing before. Or like whoever that's organizing it, right? And then subsequent events, we can maybe just have more serious stuff. Or something that's thematically different. Damn, I'm still not sure. Do I want lines or no? How do I... Yeah, no problem, George. If you just want to let me know here or now or either later as well, is fine. But who's gonna be the guy that wants to do the guy thing? Let's see. Did someone post in the event thing? No, not yet. Sorry, I guess I'm kind of tired today. I didn't just wake up as I usually do. I woke up quite a few hours ago. That's why it's a little bit more tired than usual. But I can't figure out if I want lines for character or not. I feel like I want it. So maybe I would just do it. Everything else would not have lines, though, I think. Yeah, but then it would be kind of... Can I just start painting? I just want to paint, though. I guess I just paint? Ugh, what am I doing? Huh? Am I doing anything? Oh, because it's locked. Oh, I see. Oh, that does make it a little bit awkward to paint like this if I do it. If it's locked down. Should I just apply it to each layer here? Okay, I have no idea what I'm doing. So yeah, this is gonna be an experience here. I'll figure out if this makes sense. I'll see if this makes sense by the end of this whole thing.
I'll be home for Christmas. You can plan on me.
Wait, are you saying that I'm the one doing it? I'm not doing a weekly thing though, George. Yeah.
And presents under the tree. Christmas
Does this work?
Eve will find me where the love light
Does this do anything?
gleams.
What is that?
I'll be
Some weird artifact going on here.
for Christmas, if only in my dreams. I'll be home for Christmas. You can
I need to up the res first, I guess. Yeah, I guess there's no way to be efficient here. I just have to figure this out the hard way here. I'll do what needs to be done at every step of the way. So like let's say right now it's just going to be upping the fidelity of the shapes and stuff.
Christmas Eve will find
And then as we go down, as we repeat this process, I'll see what can be improved here.
I'll be home for Christmas, if only in my dreams.
Christmas. It's already over. Hey. This might get really loud actually. Time to not die to a headache. Oh my god. Oh, I forgot her double stack. Wait. Doesn't have to be outside.しなくてもいいか別に。 Hello, Yugami. I see. Not school, right? Surely. Going somewhere festive? Right, yeah. It's tomorrow for you guys, I suppose. Is it tomorrow for you guys? It's not tomorrow, right? It's one more day, I think. Because for me, there's one more stream tomorrow that's not relevant, and then the Friday is the one. My Friday, yeah, my Friday. Which is your Saturday. Yeah. I see, I see, I see. Okay. Again, it's yeah, it's not on Christmas Day, it's on Friday for me, which is the 26th. Because Friday is the screw around stream, basically. And also, I don't want to take up people's Christmas for it. I imagine most people want to spend that doing something else. You know, I'll be really flattered if people would rather be here. But in terms of planning, yeah, that's not how it is. Come out. Jingle bell, jingle all the way. Jingle bell, jingle bell, all the way. Yeah, it's got its up and down sides, I suppose, you know. If you're home like me by my, you know, doing your own thing, you're just, you know, you might be feeling too lonely instead. It depends. For me, this is the only thing I can think about, so this is the place where I need to be. Lonely or not, I have to be here. Jingle bells, jingle bells. Oh my god, jingle bell. I think this one strand should be done on top. There's, it's so awkward, right? Because there's a lot of overlapping of some, but not everything kind of vibes, kind of areas, and it makes it really hard to work with in layers. Because ideally all the same colors on the same layer. You don't really want to split the same hair into multiple layers. Kind of weird. So in that regard, painting is a bit easier, but... Did I say that? 7 days before Christmas. Yeah, I'm basically gonna paint. I don't think I'll have any lines here. I don't really know what I'm gonna do with the lines, so we definitely need some outline at some point. But in this case here, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and paint. If we need lines, we just paint on top again, as we have done before. Nah, merging layers, I'm not sure actually. Merging layers might work this time because the colors are all set. They're all very flat. No, it will still be a pain, yes, because you have to maintain, like, think about it, like all these minor sort of edges, like very detailed edges and stuff, you have to constantly make sure you don't paint over it by accident. I feel like you spend way more time trying to fix edges rather than enjoying it. Enjoying the process, you know? I will keep a layer on top for paint overs though. This one can contain all the junk that we need to have. Yeah, but then gradients will not be able to touch this when I do apply it later too. So it's weird. Art is too raw of a process for me still. It's too raw. Not clean enough. A work? Not really, I think. Up till now, I still don't really know. Like, I still haven't done enough studies really to have a good so-called workflow. You just kind of go in and do it, and then that's kind of it. Hopefully, you learn something. I guess it depends on what you're trying to figure out with that study too. Because then maybe the way that you do it might be different, I suppose. Oh man, my head hurts. Holy shit. Nani sore? こっちじゃないね。むずいな。As in, Igami, are you feeling like what you're doing is ineffective? Is that why you're asking about workflows and stuff? As in, what are you doing right now then? How are you doing it? Don't know why I'm adding the word in front of that, but anyways. Holy. opacity is going down quite a bit. More than expected here. Kind of tricky. Just kind of going in and going for it kind of makes sense, I think. Ah, 適当でいいか、ここは。そんな気にしないので。Our collector friend? Okay, that opens up a lot more questions, but so you just don't like the shape of the eyes that you have, that you're drawing, I guess. So you want to study some other people's stuff, and then try to improve your own that way. I see. That's very to the point. Straight to the point, Duvet. Yeah, it's so you draw stuff, you don't like it, but you don't know why. So that is at the absolute limit of where your stuff is right now. You could look for artists that you like and just copy their stuff. You don't necessarily need a workflow or anything, just copy enough times, iterate like 10 times or something. And then go back to drawing maybe your own characters or some other character by yourself. See if you can incorporate anything that you have learned. But doing that 10 times, sometimes it's kind of hard to know exactly what you can or cannot learn from just looking at it. If once you start to do that painting though, you do a study, you sort of get a feel for it. You'd be like, oh, okay, because their shapes are kind of more angular or something. And then the next time you get a new idea to try a little bit of something new. And then slowly that will inch you towards closer to where you want to be, I think. Kind of like what I'm doing with the colors, right? Like I didn't know what I was doing with the colors yesterday. It took us almost 4 hours to figure out the colors. I bring it up to a state what I like, or not exactly like. I bring it up to some state and then I ask myself what I don't like about it. If I can figure it out, then I can try to adjust it. If I can't figure it out, the only way is to go look at references then. And then from there on, I try again. And then again and again and so on. Yes. C2? That's the white part. 見えないんやけど。 Yeah. Hmm. I can't really help either. I feel like I could just be misremembering. I'm sure we learned a lot of stuff, but I don't remember anything specific that we are learning and then applying directly. A lot of the stuff learned seems to be just a general vague sense of what's happening, rather than something very specific and being like, oh, okay, this is exactly how I'm gonna do it from now on, or something like that. Shit, Fae is the snowman here. Oh right, I forgot to fix the shoes. Workflow? Huh, I'm kind of confused actually. Because when you say you have good work, so workflow to me, so when you're painting your own stuff, maybe you have a workflow of sketching, color rough, that kind of stuff, right? Into color render and so on and so forth. When you're studying, the workflow means to me how you might be approaching the analysis. Maybe you just jump right into it and then try to find some conclusion, or maybe you try to do some comparison between different artists to find some conclusion that way to do the study. But then if you're talking about having a good flow for everything but not the eyes, it feels like I'm kind of confused, because it's like saying that, hey, I can paint, I have my own workflow for drawing everything, but when it comes to the eyes, I'm just like, you don't draw it in part of the same workflow, or like, or are you just saying that you're not as you feel like you're not as comfortable and confident with the stuff related to the eyes? But either way though, I feel like it's just a matter of drawing once yourself, asking yourself, hey, what do I not like about this? Can I fix it? Can I make it longer? Can I make it shorter? Can I change the spacing here and there? Then you either find it, or you can't find it, or maybe you burn yourself out for the meantime, and then you can stop looking at your own stuff and go look at someone else's stuff. Then based on your struggles, your own struggles, right? Because if you have an artist that you like, then you're struggling on your own side. If you have struggled enough, you kind of have a vague idea of what doesn't work already. Then you look at the artist and you'll be like, hey, what is different here? You know, what works for them? What do I feel like is working for them? And what is something that I do not have? And then with the comparison, you might get some new ideas, and then you try again for your own art. And then you just kind of repeat this process. I think it's kind of how I've come about. In the past, there's so many times where like I get so excited for drawing, I would try it, I draw it, looks like shit, and then I feel really terrible by myself. It ruins my day. Can't do anything for the rest of the day, productive. Come back again the next day, or a week later, or a month later. And you just keep doing it until eventually you start to get like tiny wins. You'll be like, hey, this is not too bad. This is not too bad. And then because it's a win, right, you feel good a little bit, and then you also kind of remember that painting or that drawing, that sketch. You might keep it around so you can reference it again. Then the next time around when you draw it, you'll probably still get stuck somewhere. You still not have something satisfying, because it's really hard to get it consistent that early. But now you have one case of success. You have one win. You can look at the two, try to get in the same state of mind that you were before. It's like, what did I feel last time? How did I change this last time that worked? And then slowly you start to recognize the patterns of, if I feel like it's weird in this way, quote unquote, it's probably because of spacing. And then you start to realize your own sort of bias and mistakes. And then there will be a period of time where you kind of have to catch yourself making the mistakes and fix it. And then as you catch it and fix it more and more and more, it just becomes a thing that you don't do anymore. You just don't make that mistake anymore. And then you kind of forget that this was ever a thing. It's kind of how that process tends to go. That's why like the really good artists, they are not necessarily very good at teaching because they kind of forgot some of the struggles, or maybe they were not that aware, or maybe like if you learn it through, you know, someone else, when someone else teach you stuff like that, you didn't even go through that hardship, so-called, quote unquote, that part of the struggle in the first place. Maybe that was the case for them. But either way though, it's just repeating, thinking about it, repeating, thinking about it, repeating, thinking about it. I'm gonna spend my entire time just trying to clean up the shapes instead of actually getting anywhere too close here. Yeah, this here too is also my struggle with the process. Hopefully we struggle enough times to figure out what is needed and what is not needed, and then I can have something that's a little bit more streamlined for myself. That feels good to paint. It's gonna take a while though, broski. FAFO. I don't know what that might mean. For all, for one. All for one, one for all. For all, for one. That is a good guess. That is a very good guess. I can fix some of the other shapes later. I have to fix it all now. Why do I see shit in the back? That's the problem. Oh, it's because of this guy. Get out of here, this guy. That's why I cannot see it. Fuck around and find out. Oh. Yeah, that's why you need so much time and you need a really good reason to go through this process, man. Oh, but the reason only really need to match your own sort of expectations and understanding, I suppose. What was that sequencing then? It's process is strictly the process, right? Key activation is an injection into the process, right? So this is process sequencing, and then there is the style sequencing. But style sequencing is primarily, oh, okay, then it's on the other side. Never mind. It's actually here. Not this document. This document sucks. We're writing junk again. At some point, I do want to consolidate everything onto just one document. But in the meantime, just need to make sure I don't lose anything. Maybe I'll spend the next few days trying to sort this out, but... So improvement, right? How does it feel like? Just mostly for myself, I think. So do, suck, do shit, overcome, analyze, try new shapes, balance, proportions, colors, etc. Re-evaluate. It's either, so it's fixed. Yay. or not fixed. And then do shit again. Or you can just do studies. Why I like their thingy. So either you know why, in which case you can fix it now, or now if you don't know why. I ran out of space. Ooh. Okay, let's make it smaller here. So if you don't know why, it's a new process yet again. So this is just a spam then. Or you can try and break it, I suppose. But then I think at the end of this, you get like, so either you will know it, you have to just repeat this. Actually, there might be a gap here where you don't actually get to this point. I don't know if that's possible. I feel like if you just keep doing enough of it, you will eventually get to a point where you just sort of inherently know. How do I draw the lines here? Say I draw it like this. So either you inherently know, and then it's a fix, or you don't either you explicitly know why, or you just feel it and you sort of get a vibe for it. So you are actually feel is, wait, let me see. I think it's more accurate to say that you get new direction, maybe. You get a new direction, and then you try again. Where's my try again? Here. And then with enough repeats of this process, you either figure out it explicitly, or you somehow still don't really know explicitly, but you get an inherent vibe. Like, it just feels wrong and it feels like I can fix this. Oh yeah, sorry, Igami. Have a good night. Have a good sleep. Not IE, this is an EG situation. Yeah, I primarily went down this route where I didn't fully understand, because when I study, it's not like, when I use a reference, it's not like I understand what I'm trying to study either. I don't understand what I'm looking at. I just know I like it. So I think in the beginning, a lot of it was just copy and pasting. It was just, I like this, copy it, use it. And then I guess at some point, it developed into a sort of sense for what I like and what I don't like. And then from then on, it was whenever I draw something, I just kind of get a feel for it and be like, oh yeah, I don't like it. Why do I not like it? Let me try this. And you try it. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't work. If it works, you're done. If it doesn't work, then you try something else. And you just keep going, I guess. Until at some point you figure out exactly what's wrong. Oh, what? Why is it all the way there, bro? Deal with that later. Anyways, just wanted to write that down so I can consolidate information, but Not necessarily very useful here. It all comes down to just drawing more. Oh, sorry, I double lined it. That's why it looks. Oh, no, no, no. It's because the outer one is the, I see, actual contour. The inner one is just one of the detail lines. Broski. Probably fix this later yet again. No worries though. So doing this actually makes it really obvious. I feel like I should have realized this before, but at the end of the day, you just have to clean up the edges, right? Whether if you're doing it with lines or you're doing it with colors directly, you still have to do this process at least once. You just gotta choose whichever one you like. Oh yeah, it's a square brush. It's not really gonna fly here, is it? I'll make it fly though. Yeah. And I can't wait to be in a retirement home with like other 80 years old, if I can live that long. At this rate, I might not. But and then everyone just plays MapleStory. Holy shit! I wanna go play MapleStory with like a bunch of 80-year-olds. As an 80-year-old, of course. That would be so lit. We run our own private server in the retirement home, and we're freaking play MapleStory. Hell fucking yeah. Oof. All these curve parts on. Meow meow meow. What time is it? That's another 20 minutes. Let's see. I wonder if DTV is okay. Let's see. Oh. Let me send a message. Maybe I'll look do that later. Actually, let's see. Nothing happened. He's just a little bit swamped with work. So the secret centerpiece is not in yet. I want to end today in the spirit of the event, right, for Christmas and all. Strictly speaking, I only needed it by Friday, so it's no real issue here. This part with movement, right? I don't know how it should be represented. Trying to think, have I seen anything like that in our illustration here? Oh yeah, motion blurring, yeah. Yeah, you're right. I just have the motion blur the wing a little bit. I'm gonna scratch up this part here just so that I don't forget. Don't have anything that's really good for this, I think. I'm a little bit less scared of having to clean up all these edges. Otherwise, I would really hate having to do this on the same layer. I made the thing so clean and then now it's messed up again. It's like, what are you doing, man? Like, why would you do that? Why would you not use a new layer for that? 50 bajillion layers. I guess strictly speaking, this part might not even be visible. It's alright. Alright, it's locking. It's looking good. Where's my glow coming from? I thought I turned it off. Yeah, I did. I guess I must have painted in grade. I didn't even realize I added gradients. I must have been on autopilot or something. I have to re-add the gradients later. I just need to make sure the edges are clean now. Oh, Maple Story. Jazz, Christmas party. What is this? I think this is a collection of no, it's so I think this was supposed to be a collection of famous, like, popular Korean RPGs, like sorry, songs from Korean RPGs, but it's like an hour long, but it only has like 10 minutes worth of content repeated 6 times, I think, and it's like 90% Maple Story. It's okay, take it. Take it, take it. Junban desu, これは。これしよう。見えないわ。That's my bench. Delete. Chain pop. It's so crazy how, like, that's just always people they've never heard of, artists they've never heard of. You know, like, the world is so big, it's like huge. Among Us, humongous. Together. Is that I suppose? Together we're a sandstorm? The root sandstorm? Did I say sandstorm? Holy. Tongue twister. Okay. So now that we have all the shapes clean-ish, the hand here is interesting because I don't really wanna delete the hair to show the hand. But I think Rya's hair is the only one that has this weird issue. So I might just do it. For not just the hand, but also for face hair that is overlapping here. Just gonna keep it like this. Yeah, it doesn't have to be that detailed anyways. And then I'm gonna use a clipping mask so I don't have to just not have it. Always bring it back if I want to. Not that it's that difficult to draw a curve, I suppose, but... Looks a bit weird. I think the hand looks a bit weird. But it gives the right idea for now, so I'm gonna leave it. Cool. I'm not gonna give her a tail sock, I don't think. Let me bring my bench back. Delete it out of existence. I guess I do have to fix the other shapes too, huh? The railings I drew in like haphazardly, but it doesn't look too bad, so probably I won't. Now that I mentioned it, I still wanna fix it to make it actually popular, properly regular intervals and stuff. Don't have a choice, huh? Yeah. Never thought about this, but I guess because we gave Fae very puffy clothes. Maybe Rya's trying to make a snowman because it looks like her. I get more lore. Kind of. Yes, I think it would be interestingly poetic, maybe. Neither one of them by themselves would have done anything, would have bothered to do anything. They wouldn't have bothered to come out. Rya probably wouldn't have bothered to make a snowman, but because of them being together, then things happen, character develops, and story can continue. Actually, I should write this some of the stuff down here. Or better save before I crash like yesterday. Let's see. Let me write this down real quick. Yeehaw. いいのかなこれで。10で。Let's see. Okay, I'll be right back. I need to wipe my tablet down. Oh, actually, I don't have to go anywhere. We have enough water here. Oh, not bad, I guess. Yeah, it's pretty good. Well, it really is. Yes. Yeah, I do remember that. I do the specials here. Let's just bring down to Fae Rya. Arona. Okay. No problem. Do it this way. Some other stuff later. That's fine. Shapes are clean, so that means I can take out the lines here. Should be clean. I'll fix the other shapes too for now. Let's just get all the shapes in one go here. Okay, so what does that mean? I can close this for now. What's all this? Oh, the close. Let's take it out actually. Get rid of all these. What is this? It's probably the snow on the tree, I think, if I remember correctly. Let's get the benches and stuff ready first. They're primarily done. They're mainly done. Basically done. Wait, what? Oh, there's a tail in the back. Oh, let's go down in order here. Let's see. Don't want any glows here interfering. Oh, there's also a tree problem. Let's do tree first. Why doesn't it? Oh, I didn't turn this on. Oh, but this is saying that it would have been. Yeah, who cares? Dude? Whatever. Yeah, that's the pen actually. I'm not 100% sure either. And there's a limit due to the width of the bench. Oh. Hello, Dodo. Good morning. Guten Tag. Yes, yes, of course. A Merry Christmas and a Happy Holiday. All the best for your cruise. Cruise. Very dizzy? Are you feeling dizzy? Hope that doesn't happen too often. What stands out more here? No, I guess I do just want it to be. Green is better. Okay, gotta draw the bench. Seven? Assuming that's 7 p.m. It's what, like 3 a.m. for you guys? Damn, we've already been going on for like 2 hours, huh? Well, yeah, I mean, I would say take care of yourself, but I'm the last person who has any right to say that, so um, enjoy your holidays, I suppose. Yes, I hope so too. Me too, me too. Let's pull down perspective. Let's just use a little bit of it. Disable that, thank you. I should use a symmetry ruler for this one. It is what it is. Spacing 같이 가네. Let's push it in. It is what it is. But this piano reminds me of something I used to listen to. What is it? Huh. Cannot remember. It is what it is. Oh my fucking god. No, I decided to work from home, and by that I mean I kind of slept for like 2 hours or something. Didn't really do much today. Eat. uh, Everything has been getting slower everywhere in all aspects of my life. I think generally just getting very tired. Fire. Fire. I don't feel like doing anything. Is this balanced? Doesn't have to be the same anyways. It's not even the same size in real life. Because I think they pour concrete for this, and then it should be the same size, but it could potentially also not be the same size. Also, oh, I guess my snow is the one that's supposed to cut off. So weird. Okay, let me split the snow up in half. The snow should be simple enough that I don't mind splitting this in half. It's not really a problem. Yoink. Yoink. Okay, cool. It is what it is. Is it though? Bonk. Ooh. Okay, still alive, still alive. Still breathing. Yeah, right, like life is always like that. It looks fine up till the moment it is not. Up until the very last moment when it is not. Everything is fine until the instance it is not. So now what? I hope next year we can make something good, man. I hope we can make something cool. Something absolutely insane. That if I show to my younger self, he would be like, no fucking way that is me. We're not there yet. Like, this is not even close yet. Oh my god. We have a very long way to go. Holy. My head feels so heavy. My head. Head foot. How should I deal with the background? My original thing here should have been. Let me redraw it actually. Let me just cheat again. With this. Meow 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 meow. Oh wait, I'm sorry. Dun, dun, dun. Give me my colors, please. Yeet. And then I wanna fade out the sides. That's very cool. Yarishugi-ta? Yarishugi-da-ne. Let's do that. Delete that. I just need to add a bit of a bar there at the bottom. I think maybe I'll just use a new layer. Would the size of the width of the bar should be changing. Yeah, because of the perspective. It should get wider on the side. See, for the bars on the side, because you see more of the side of the bar. But actually what we have here is also not a wash. It's not like I have to redo this. I just need to make the side wider. Because what we have here is kind of like the points where the bars join the top, they will always remain sort of evenly spaced. It's just that we're seeing more on the side that's going in to into the painting, further inwards. Meow, that's right. Okay, who cares though? It's so easy to make the argument that, hey, you know, if you already have enough details, it's already telling the story that it needs to tell. It doesn't really matter if the, you know, if your shapes are that tight and so on and so forth, right? But if we don't do it, then we never get better at it either. There's a bit of dilemma, because I could also argue that there's no need for me to get that good at painting if we're gonna use 3D one day. Then it would be more important to do composition and colors any day, any time, because we need to be so much better at storytelling and setting things up. So it's but if it's just 1 or 2 more strokes, I guess it doesn't really hurt. I really like the colors that they have here now in this reference. The shadows are a bit redder than what we have here. But we will not change what we have because it's here for a reason. I think that's almost everything. That is everything. No, that is not everything. But that's basically everything. We just need to fix this tiny bit of snow in the back. Yoink. And then the tail, and then that's it. And that's all the stuff cleaned up. And we have a very clean set of shapes here for us to work with to paint. The stocking's kind of messed up because I'm only fixing this because I want to know if it's if just what we have here is enough already. I just want to see. And the snow is a bit haphazardly done, this thing. That's fine. What do I want to do again? Oh, right, the tail. What? Am I crazy? Okoa? What is that? What layer is that? There shouldn't be anything here. What? What? Why is there a hole in my bench? Did I do this? Oh, because it's on top. Oh. That's just like Tom and Jerry-esque hole. It's because of the mask. Because otherwise the tail will get cut off. But either way though, why is my tail not getting colored? Yes it is. What? Oh, it wasn't working because of the clipping mask, because the bench was blocking it. That's why it looks like it wasn't doing anything. It's just because of the bench. These overlapping layers and stuff is very confusing. I don't know what the best way to set this up would be.っていうかさ、これ下じゃない? Oh my god. Shita じゃないんですか? Oh my god. Don't be greedy. Gotta do it step by step. Step by step. Looking a little bit more bulgier than I would like, but it's also fine. What did I eat this? Okay. Right? Right, okay, I forgot. But this is checked. What? Yoink. Okay, now what? Now we need to paint to set the shapes and the forms and blah blah blah. We still kind of need the layer here. This can be on soft light now. So where should the shadows be though, if that's the case? So I'm looking at this one. It's the parts of the snow that gets turned up and over gets stepped down because the material, I guess, changes. And underneath the chair because ambient occlusion. But for like clothing and stuff, it would be, I guess, the different planes of the fabric. I mean, it's always been the different planes of the fabric. Because there's no determinate direction for the light, is the thing. But there must still be a brighter source, right? Because if everything was just as bright, then it's like one of those lights in like the operating room where there's no shadow because it's equally bright. So if we can't see anything at all, it would be because at least something is brighter than something else, unless it's ambient occlusion. So what would be the brightest source then? None of these photos really demonstrated that well. So. I mean, like closer up would be brighter, right? Closer to the sky should be brighter. Closer to the ground, maybe slightly brighter just because of the reflected light. Because they serve as a light source in the ground. The snow. What else? Yeah, primarily ambient occlusion. Maybe I'll go for ambient occlusion first. Yeah, it might not be a bad idea to do AO first, just because AO is going to be the darkest part, right? And we kind of want to not change the vibes that we already have. So dealing with the darkest one might be easier. It might make more sense first, because then we can make sure that we can never go too dark. No, that's not true actually, because the area of AO is pretty small anyways. But yeah, let me just add some AO and make some of these things stand out a little bit more. Currently, we're still relying a lot on lines. Once the lines disappear, there's some stuff that just don't read anymore. So at least try and make it read a little bit better first. And then we can see where we can go from there. Currently, I cannot see it at all. I cannot imagine what the next step would be here. Shit, how do I paint this? Oh my god, please, bro. Let me do it. Is that too strong? Might be a little bit strong. Yeah, you could. Yes, it makes sense. It makes sense to me. Very good. Where's my... Where are the feet of the... What? Is it that strong? My... Stronger zero. じゃないわ、俺。Why can I not... What? That's so... What? Huh? Oh, I locked it. Okay, I'm just so stupid, dude. Holy shit. I said, why can I not make it darker, bro? I'm selecting a darker color. I'm on the right layer. It's lock the layer. Why don't I just make this dark enough first? But yes, Setsuna. Setsuna is kind of like... Almost kind of like melancholy in my head. But it's not. But melancholy has that definition of like... You don't really know why you're sad. You're just kind of sad. Setsuna is kind of like... if you know the story as well of where this... Like of the event. Or like the series of quests where this gets played. It will also fit the theme because it's about brother and sister pair. And I forgot if they had to fight each other or something. I can't remember how it went. Actually, what is Setsuna in English? Let me find. Sorrow, a painful or trying context of the kind. Setsunai. Painful? I guess, yeah, it's like a painful kind of sad. Not like a melancholy, I don't really know what's happening, kind of empty kind of sad. Not like a painful kind of sad, is what Google is saying. Also, yeah, George, I knew what you were saying when you typed that, but strictly speaking, it's Setsunai. You have to add the I at the back because if without the I, it means something else. Like if you just go by the word. But I know because you're talking about the song, and we're talking about emotions here, and then it's very clearly Setsunai that you're talking about. Because I googled Setsunai, and the first thing that came out was it means an instant. There's another word here. Oops. But you have to go this one. Setsunai. Setsunai. But then if you're talking to someone, this is the interesting part, right? If you're talking to someone and you just want to be like, you just want to say your emotions, you can just go Setsuna. You have to pull the na a little bit. Setsuna. Kore Setsuna. Something like that. People would know that you're like saying, hey, it's the emotion. I think. As long as it's the context, I guess. It's the context that matters. Actually, I don't know how the other Setsuna is supposed to be pronounced. The intonations and stuff. So maybe it still might be confusing, but I feel like... But I think it should be fine. I think it should go through. Setsuna. Setsuna. Setsunyai. Somehow. Yeah, it doesn't have to balance out either. It's whatever, bro. It's whatever. It's okay, broski. Nobody's counting. Actually, I don't know how this part is supposed to work because I still haven't figured out the perspective. I guess we're doing it here, but it is whatevers. Okay. Let's do no markers for now. I want clean shapes. I want solid colors. No blending just yet. Then I can figure that out later. Do it step by step here. Do it. Just do it. Alright. What's the shadow color for the snow though? There's no way I can don't paint it, right? I would have to paint it. But I don't want to change the general vibe of it, so I think I'm gonna keep it as bright as possible here. Gotta desaturate it a lot though. Sayana. Sayana. Where's my other layer of snow? I moved it down, right? Boom, boom, boom. Popodanya. Move it around here. I gotta show the width of the amount of snow that's being collected here. So it needs to have a certain amount of height here. That for this. But then at this point it gets cut off. Oops. And then we have our footprints that kind of track here somewhere somehow. And then they maybe stepped around this area so it's a little bit flatter. So the color is a bit different. Blah, 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 blah. Let's see. This would probably be better for some reference. I would have to go find some in a bit. The steps, as well as the fact that there's two of them. It's not that serious, bro. I can just do some random shapes, though. Guess the idea across is probably just fine. By the way, good stuff though, George. If you're trying to make connections like that, that's how you learn. And you learn quick. When you make connections like that with everything in real life that you come across. That is truly the way forwards. Very good stuff. Way forwards. Would there be any shadows though? Because if there were shadows, it implies overhang. Overhang means the snow would have fallen anyways. Why would there be any shadows then? But it also couldn't possibly just be a giant blob of white. Could it? I mean, given the conditions that I'm trying to replicate, it could, right? And it would. Because I'm saying that the white, the higher values of my image is just going to be brought as high as possible to basically pure white. Then if that's the case, all the very minor amount of shadows. Because snow would have subsurface scattering as well. With the amount of bounce light and subsurface scattering and all that, and also the camera trickery, it is possible that it's just pure white. And it would just be that. Especially because I'm adding bloom later on. So that's gonna just trump everything. Anyways. Yeah, like that. So it's whatever, right? It's whatever then. It's just the footsteps. If we want to be a little bit more rigorous with the way that we portray it, that would be nice. As well as the fact that if we want to have maybe a little bit more quote-unquote melting here, I try to do something. I don't know how it's gonna work. Where the places are, it's just outright kind of nuked. And there's like no snow, no ice, and no nothing. Yeah, we definitely need references for this, that's for sure. That makes it tricky. That means the snow, the ice part should strictly be a Boolean value, or we can just paint in the dark colors instead of having to do this nonsense. Why didn't I just paint it in? Why did I make a separate layer for the ground again? Huh. I wasn't thinking, I think. Oh, actually, this reminds me, actually. Looking at this tree, I just remembered that, if you go... I don't know if you guys have seen this, but if you go out in the winter, as long as it's not actively snowing or it's been a while, as long as it's been a while since the last heavy snow, the area around the tree is actually a little bit clearer than you would think, because the tree actually produces heat because it's alive, and it will melt the snow around it. I was very surprised when I first saw it. I don't know to what extent, and how fast it's gonna be. Whoa. Spooky. Yeah. It's very interesting. Also, like, if you look at the way the snow has fallen here, right? It's very quiet falling snow. It's the kind where it just falls without any strong winds. Because if there's a strong wind, the side of the tree, one side of the tree will catch a lot of snow. It will catch a lot of snow and ice. You can see it very clearly. In fact, it's actually maybe kind of weird that there's no power-up. I feel like this actually would probably look more like, hello? Why is it not painting again? Oh, the tree's on top. Genius. I feel like it would actually power up quite a bit more. But I guess who's to say that it's not already buried like somewhere here. But I want the tree to be on the side of the bench, so that would mean that it's more like on this side here, I guess. There should be a little bit of a power up here. So I need to show a little bit more form on this, I think. So actually I shouldn't do it like this. No, wait, hang on. I should put this, I should do this, I should delete this, and I should delete it from the tree one. So I can actually do it like this instead. This way I keep the same layer here, and I can just use one layer instead of 5 bajillion layers. You're right, I cannot do that. I don't know how to represent this. I will have to see how it works in real life. But I feel like there should be some amount of shadow here to show a little bit more form here, perhaps. Somehow. Oh, it's not locked. So many problems, man. What? Why, what? Oh, because it's a separate layer. Oh, shit. I made this way too hard on myself. I should have just painted in the shadow here instead of doing this junk. Yeah, the snow should have been the bottommost layer, then the bench, then the tree on top. Then I would have just been able to paint in the shadow around here instead of having 2 layers for snow. It's still not too late to fix it, but anyways. Anyways, let's do a little bit more on the railings here. How should I tackle this? In between? Okay, call. That's fine. New layer, separate layer. We're gonna push in new lines. Yes, sir. Too dark. Symmetrical. Okay, let's count pixels then. 20. Let's see, 25. 25 is fine here, maybe. Did I intend for this to be a square? No, I don't think so, right? What am I envisioning here? I didn't envision anything. Also, doesn't really matter, I feel like. So we have 25 pixels wide stuff here along the first two, maybe the first three or something. And then I can go down to maybe 23 pixels or something. I don't know, 22 pixels. For the next three here. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then I want to go down to 20. Maybe 19 actually. Because it's supposed to go to 0, right? Actually, now that I think about it. But it doesn't matter, no one's really gonna look at it either. Maybe just go 17 then actually. But it's kind of jarring. Fine, 19 it is. Let's do 19, 17, 15, 12. Am I on the right one? Let's see it. And then the rest is whatever. Okay, that's fine. It wouldn't be that far, I don't think. This should be lower. It would just look like that. Because there's just a gap. Right, yeah, there's just a little bit of a gap in the snow because it's being caught on top of the railing. But it's not big enough at this perspective to be visible. So... why is this the only... oh, it just didn't reach. Okay. I believe this was a 25. So most of the stuff is kind of in there. We just need to figure out the characters next. Oof. So we need to add stuff in without changing the current set of colors that we kind of see. Maybe Fae is a little bit bright, but we tuned it accordingly previously, so I don't want to change it now. I didn't turn on the bloom, did I? Thereabouts, right? Nothing really good. I'll be right back. I'll get water. Oh. Wada. Yeah, the wada. Ah, shit, I didn't even bring it over there. I'm so stupid. Okay, whatever, man. I just go get it later. I filled out my cup and I didn't bring it over, bro. Broski. Oh, announcement over at Pluviums. What is this announcement? Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Chrysler. I have not enough commitment on the footsteps, but that is fine. Okay, I'm scared. So I don't want to use the line art, but without the line art, we are kind of poo-poo farts. We cannot see anything. So that means we rely on... Let me think. So lines are analogs for certain things that we kind of observe in real life. Like ambient occlusion, that's number one, that's 100%. What about the border between different objects? There are no lines there, but sometimes there are bevels that catches light that kind of shines. It would never be darker, right? Unless it's already accounted for. I mean, that would already be accounted for by ambient occlusion. There wouldn't necessarily be a dark line between objects. So what am I saying here, right? If it's a high value, it's a dark color and a light color next to each other, the border will be very obvious anyways. So no lines needed to tell where one ends and where one begins. If it's the same color, then it's up to stuff like ambient occlusion to kind of, and shadows to sort of separate the two shapes. What if there is none of that either? Does that mean that the two shapes will appear to blend into one shape? It would, right? That kind of happens in real life, right? I'm trying to imagine. If I have two pieces of paper, they're lying right on top of each other, and the edge is not discernible. That's the same as saying they're the same piece of paper. Hang on, I'm trying to play with paper right now. I don't know if you guys can hear this. Right, like if I have two pieces of paper on top of each other, you still see an edge, but it's the shiny edge because it's the side of the paper that's catching the light. The one that's on top has an edge that's catching light and it looks brighter. If I have it at a certain angle... yeah, there's an angle where they look like it's the same piece of paper. So... what am I trying to say here? So what am I trying to do here? I'm trying to convince myself that it is fine to not necessarily be able to see the edge, as long as that is how it's actually supposed to be, given the current lighting conditions. So the only reason why things feel weird right now is because it's just nothing, right? That's nothing at all. But if we account for enough of these edges, and only leave the ones that are meant to be kind of blended together, then no line art is just fine, right? It's not really a problem. I mean, unless you want to have it for stylization purposes. Hang on, let me see. I want to take a look at Siloranko real quick, because I remember back then... Why am I typing Pixiv? Let me see, please. What is this? Who is this again? Oh, this is Akia. What about them? Do they do lines? Is this Neuro? No, it's not. Why does it look like Neuro? Like, there are these edges here. I feel like these are basically just ambient occlusion edges. Or you just have to rely on the shadow, or some kind of darker shadow. I mean, ambient occlusion is a darker shadow. These don't count 3D. What about this? Yeah, no lines, right? And it's just fine. Wait, no, there are kind of lines, but those are edges then. Alright, I just need to stop being a pussy and get used to painting, I think. I know Siloranko has like lines still, if I remember correctly. What is this? Isn't this the other game that was made by the same company that made Ark Knights? What's it called again? Ekus Stories. Oh, X asterisk. Right. Is this game still going? No one. I haven't heard anything about this now. Is that a mobile game? Is that the only platform? Yeah, iOS and Android devices. Oh, okay. That's why I haven't heard of it, because it's mostly for mobile. I think we do need some lines, primarily around the face, I think. We need it for the eyes and the contour of the face, and also probably for some parts of the hair. And then everything else we just add it on a necessity basis. I am just kind of worried, because like without any lines here, I feel like it's too loose. You can still kind of make it out, but it's not as clean as I would like the edges. The other stuff looks fine though. But then the general render quality sort of has that very strong noise effect to it, and all these borders that kind of sort of being softened up by all these texture brushes. So that kind of messes with the perception a bit, because it changes the overall balance. Wait, why did Silla rank? Okay, what? Broski. Yeah, they haven't updated their stuff for a while. At least been a year or something. Like this piece is probably just recently, right? Oh no, not even recent. Wait, never mind. What? They haven't updated for this long? December 29th, 2023. Holy. August 14, 2023. Guess they're very busy. Lines. Not really any lines here, so no lines here. Is this Lucid's fight? It is, I think. Okay, I'm just gonna draw the face. Not even the hair just yet, just the face for now. Kind of thick. Just enough to sort of emphasize it a little bit, but then everything else I want the colors to hold it together. Just enough. Not what? And see it. Okay, can I get this? No, this side's way too long. Why did I make it so long? Remember to save your work. Oh, very dangerous. Yeah, 4K resolution and I'm still like trying to grasp the pixels. Holy shit. Every time this happens. Still pixels, bro. I know anti-aliasing's off, but like this is still... What is this? Why is it so tiny, bro? After I talked about how I want an environment to be a big thing. I guess unless I go up to 10K, this is always gonna be an issue here. Mwahaha. Wait a second. Show said that titty zoom in was necessary for the plot. Automod has blocked the message in voice chat 1. Very cool. What are you guys doing there? Is it Deemer stuff? Is it what Deemer is drawing? Come on. Let me check in with the TV real quick. Yeah, don't worry about it, Deemer. I was just guessing what's happening in the voice chat. Where is... Here. Very, very cool. The eyes on Fae doesn't line up properly. Congratulations. My head kinda hurts. It's a technologia. Technologia. I'm not okay. I am okay, sorry. I mean, I'm okay. I think vitamin C is probably the only vitamin that I do not lack. I'm slowly losing control. I'm getting tired. And then my filters start coming off. And I start to do like very stupid shit. I don't know, maybe I'm on the spectrum or something. I always have to suppress stupid shit. Vitamin 6-7. You watch out. You guys gotta watch out. One day this bot of mine is gonna join silently. And then whoever says 6-7 is just gonna get nuked. I don't think you guys don't know yet, but there is a timeout role where if you're put in timeout, if you're assigned that role, you just don't see anything but the rules. But the rules channel, I think it's, wait, hang on, let me check. I think I made it a long time ago. Yeah, look at that. I have a timeout role. Look at that. And all you see is the... Oh shit, you see the rules, but you also see nudity. Why the hell do you see nudity and, and gaming, dude? What the hell? Wait. Broski. Who did this? Oh my god. You don't see shit but nudity and gaming. My god. And streams announcement. Dude, what the hell is wrong with my ass? How did I screw this up? What? Broski. Broski, 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 broski. これにしようかな。サベ。I'm just gonna fix this right now before I forget. I know I'm gonna forget about this. Himeuto. Gotcha. Wait. Alright, let me try it again. So if I do server rows, timeout, view server as row. Yeah, you only see rows now. Okay. Let me just fix this last one. Stabasto stream. Why is my stream? Why is under this though? What? Who? What? How? Yeah, look at that. What? Why is streams the only one that's special? Does permissions not align with the Oh yeah, sync now please. So now if I do rows timeout. Yeah, okay, all you see are roofs. Okay, cool. This is great. Alright. Be careful guys, be careful. We can govern ourselves peacefully. You guys want like a 6-7 counter? I can make a bot that scans all the messages and see who said the most number of 6-7s. Oh my god, so brain rotted. Oh my god. This is like not funny. Oh my god. Oh my god. Where's my scarf? Alright. I need help, guys. Oh my god, like what are you doing? What are you doing? Lines. Take me home country roads. To the place I belong. Meow 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 meow. I mean, this is kind of it in terms of setup. Everything else is get good or get lost. So we just need to paint the characters. Yes, Maple Story BGM. This is where I spent 10,000 hours of my life. Might not even be exaggeration. I don't think it's 10,000 hours, but it's definitely way more than 4,000. Because TF2 is 4,000. And definitely play more Maple Story than TF2. Maybe like at least 7,000, 8,000. No. Like the Maple Story servers are pretty separate. So yeah, if you're in global, you don't really see any Koreans. Koreans are in Korean Maple Story, which is 3 times as grindy because the EXP bars are 3 times as the EXP required to level is 3 times as high. And the drop rates are much lower as well, so it's like very, very crazy over there. To them, like the grind itself is the fun. But like to most other non-Koreans, the fun isn't the grind. The fun is when you're good, right? You're high level and you can go fight all the bosses. You can do all these things. I've heard like Koreans say like the grind is the fun part. Which is obviously insane, I think, to the rest of the world. At least that one guy is insane. Yeah, is that true, Deemer? I think there's like no Korean, like any Korean worth the salt from my generation would have played Maple Story. There's just no way that you're a Korean who has never played Maple Story from my generation. That's what I think. No way, dude. Meow 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 meow. Oh my god, my brain is rotting in real time. Very cool. Woo. So here's the problem, right? I only tuned everything based off of the flat base color. How do I know if what I'm about to use for shadow and stuff like that, and all the other planes, all the other colors I want to use is gonna not cause any issues? I guess I don't. It will have to come from experience. So that means right now all I can do is either go kind of crazy and see where the limit is, or just stay as close to the original as possible to cause less issues, I guess. Probably. Poba. Also adding in like the lines for the bench. I still have to fix the edges, I guess. It's not really following the bevel. But it does feel like we need a little bit more details in some of these other areas for the eyes to latch onto. Maybe we don't necessarily want it, but I think near the characters here, probably in the back, even for like the railings, which is like a background object that we don't necessarily want to see. I do kind of want to have more details here. So there's a concentration of value, contrast, and details in the middle. Sorry, go all out as in what, like George? Because I do intend to go all out. This is us going all out. If I wasn't going all out, I would have just lined everything and just left the base colors. Add in a few different shapes and I'll just be done with it already. The intention is to go all out. I'm just trying to figure out like new idea. Like currently it is pretty new idea though, currently. The whole workflow, the idea of having two separate pieces come out of one comp, or like one set of rough. The idea of not using lines, only for the face, currently only for the face. Relying more on colors and values and painting itself to do the rendering. I think that is the new part, at least for now. It's new and it's all out. I wanna make this good. I'm splitting this into a few different steps, primarily. Currently it's still just the block in. So I want to block in some bigger shapes. So now the issue is the big shapes need to not have too different of a value to change the overall comp. That is the danger here. Once we have the clearer shapes, the big shapes that brings everything out, like makes everything 3D, I want to go in again to add in textures where I think there should be textures. For example, like when the snow gets blown off, right? These would probably primarily be some kind of a texture brush that would do the storytelling here. And then, like as I was talking about the text, the detail, I think I kind of want to have some more outline, some kind of line-based detail for like the railings. I'm not sure how this is gonna work or what I would even use it for. And maybe it's like the rim light. Maybe that's like light reflected from below or something. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Let me try that real quick. Because I have this guy on a separate layer already. So if I just grab the lightest value, say this, and bring it even brighter, then I'm just gonna draw a rectangle here. Okay, never mind. Needs to be a lot brighter than that. Let's see. Let's just do this. No, let's do this. Let's do that. Not very visible, is it? If I turn it white, because the background is also kind of white, it's gonna be kind of invisible. What if instead of doing it in the front, I do it... Sorry, doing it in the back, I do it in the front? What if there's a black, solid black line here? Why would there be a solid black line, though? I don't know. Why not? Because it doesn't make sense. It looks like shit. Okay. Maybe it's less of that and it's more of these bars here. Maybe these bars can... Oh, oops. That's a misclick. Misinput. Just do this. Yeah, what if it's like this? Even more value here. I mean, like, if I do this, so, like, don't I need, like, on this side, too? Block that off. and then rub this part out. I mean, it's just darker. Like, what? Why did I go through all that trouble and not just like just painted that instead? Am I stupid? No, man, now there's another layer there, right? Okay, okay, so it's kind of different, I suppose. Oh no, what I need is like the bevel. So like this is like a very crisp edge here that kind of implies that there's no bevel on the thing. I think that would be a bevel on that thing. So for example, that would be sort of an intermediary tone, maybe even brighter because it's facing... No, but if these ones are dark, then why would that be brighter? Sorry, why are these things even dark in the first place? The snow wouldn't be able to cover this. Oh my god, the more I think about this, the more it doesn't make sense. So no more sense making. We just need to make it look a little bit more interesting, I guess, visually. Oh, whoa, 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 not 120, dude. Holy. 15, let's do this. That makes sense. If anything, it'd be in between, right? Why would it be brighter than the other side? Yeah, because I'm just trying to add a visual interest and not actually thinking about what it should be. Ah. Anyways, try new things. Try. That is the only thing that I can do, to try new things. Where's my bench? My dark, okay. God, Fae. See shit. Fae, you little shit.あれは違うね。ここか？じゃあ。消せばいいか。Ready to come from, ready to go. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Whoa, big, very big, too big. Switch 500? No, 250. I guess the character should come first, because otherwise we don't really know how far to bring everything else. It could be overdone, could be under, and we'll never know. Okay, Miss Rya, what am I supposed to do with this hair of yours? Lama. Yeehaw. Sticking to our own original set of colors. It's very limited. There's only 2 tones. What would adding more tones do though? Adding more dark means it gets darker. Adding more light means it gets lighter. Given that we can like the current value come. No, but we just put in more dark though. We just literally just did that. What is the value spread that I want? Yes, have a good night, George. Maybe I'll stop here too and I'll figure this out tomorrow. At least we clean up everything, right? And it's just the characters left. Kind of. Not really, but slowly refine this. How long have we been drawing this? So we started Wednesday. We did 4-hour stream Wednesday. We did 4 hours yesterday. We did like almost 4 today. 3:40, I think. So we're almost like 12 hours in. And not bad, I guess. 12 hours in, we have... What do we have? We have... Oh, sorry. Where is it? Oh, it's over here. What's this? We have this. Oh, shit. The eyes are still there. Yeah, I hope we can deliver this. I think a lot of the current vibes that I'm feeling is because of the line art, right? The line art is very much a very important part of what we're feeling here. So hopefully, as I remove the line art here, the rendering can still make up for what is being lost. But the background is basically kind of set. The tree might get a little bit of an upgrade. But beyond that, okay, let's see. So by the end of this week, we should get to the bottom of this, one way or another. We should get this done by the end of this week, which is great. Okay, and then we'll see what to do next. But anyways, thank you guys for coming. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Hope you guys get a good break. As the year draws to a close here. If you guys want to see some stream stats, if you guys want to see the Secret Santa pieces that everyone has drawn, that will be next stream, so 2 days from now. You guys can see how many messages you guys have sent. You guys can see which stream was the first one that you guys joined, right? And for the people that have chatted in a while, they can also see when's the last time they chatted, stuff like that. Some interesting stats. Fortnite stream. Fortnite stream. FPS games, huh? FPS games, mostly retired. No more FPS games. Maybe Deep Rock Galactic. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys for coming again. Have a good night. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.